Hello, I'm Fran with Lahain Ministry, and I want to welcome you to the channel today. I'm going to be making a quick, really yummy smoothie called Grapey Green Smoothie. And what I like about this is that you can just make them, and I even will put smoothies like in a container like this and put them in the freezer and just let them thaw for the next day, so you have some great food on the go. But before I start, I just want to mention that this recipe and any information I provide is for educational purposes only. This is not meant to give medical advice or diagnose or treat any kind of disease. And if you have any allergies to any ingredients, that you would check with your doctor first. So I just want to thank you for joining again, and I'm going to go over the ingredients for this recipe. It's 1 cup of grapes, green grapes, and then I'm putting 2 lime because I'm gonna make double the recipe. And then I put 2 kiwi. Then it calls for spinach, but I am out of spinach, so I'm gonna use sunflower greens. You can always substitute when you need to. And then it calls for a sweetener, so you could use dates, or I also have stevia here. And then the last ingredient is either water or ice. It just depends on your preference. I tend not to care for ice, so I just like to use water. And so this is just simple. I like using a high power blender because it goes quickly to make recipes, and I've had different versions of this type of blender since 2007, so pretty awesome. And so first I'm gonna put in the grapes, and this is put those in. Then I'm gonna put the kiwi in, and I did take off the skin off of these limes before and if you don't want high lime taste, you don't have to use this much. I really like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put some of the greens in. I love lots of greens. It calls for 1 cup, so since I'm making double, I'm gonna put 2 cups. Actually, I have some extra here. So I like my smoothies really green with some fruit. And then since I'm using stevia, I'm just gonna pour this on. And then for my water, I'm just gonna put this in here. And then you can check while you're blending if it needs more water or ice, or depending how thick you want it. I like mine very thick, so I don't put a lot of water or a lot of ice in if I do use ice. So I am gonna go ahead and blend this up. This might be noisy. Probably blended that a little bit longer, but I like it to be very fine. And then what I do is, this is a paper cup, and since I like to, like I said, you can drink it right away, but since I like to have mine on the go, I will make extra, and then I'll put a lid on it, and then I'll put it in the freezer, and then I have mine to go smoothie. And it's just I taste it. Wow, that has such a nice tang with the lime in it. Oh, you gotta try it. And But I love having these on the go, so that way I just take it out of the freezer and it'll thaw like by the time I go somewhere, and it is super yummy and super fast and what a lot of people want these days. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe,